If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 Baby, I
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another dose of the LG Ultragear presents the TEC Community Cup, powered by Intel and Crucial. Scan the QR code down below to grab your own can of Red Bull. And of course, huge shout out to our broadcast partner, Loco. The first series, I gotta say, was kind of a bamboozle, because at the end of the day, we assumed that walking into that series with that bye, ROG would have had it in the bag, but nope. Metal just sneaked a W past their fingernails, and already the first game, and we have a grueling hot story. What do you make of this one, my friend?
Well, first of all, it's been a while since I've been back on the seat here, so it has been pretty great watching the first game. As seeing that there was an unfortunate bye that did come in, and then it went to the third map, and eventually there was quite a bit of hearsay that happened around both teams. But hey, we're focusing on what's at hand right now, and we've got two teams coming up. TrueRippers going up against OnlyFriends. Now, this is quite a bit of, I would say it's, up and down sort of situation where OnlyFriends, while they have been around, the name OnlyFriends has been around for quite some time. Their team hasn't really, been in the limelight for, in the recent past at least. And while TrueRippers themselves have gone through some changes of their own in the last couple of, 2-3 months, it has given way to new ways that these teams can form around each other and come up with different ways to maybe win this thing. And right now here, playing in the Community Cup, they have what it takes to get it down. But I would still say that going into this matchup head front, we know that they've got Sai who's joined this team. We know that while Paradox might not be there, there are still four very, very hard hitters on this team that are pretty good. And add Sai along with that, who's had pretty good experience, to say the least. This is going to be a little difficult, task, I feel, for OnlyFans.
Oh, for sure. And I think a part of that also could be attributed to the recent form that TrueRippers have. They've
Yep.
taken a 2-0 against Metal Esports. They bowed out 2-1 against Reckoning, but they did put off a decent fight. And on the other side, it's not been that green for OnlyFriends. And a chance like this in the Community Cup, you have Revenant, who are the top team playing, but everybody else having more of a slump season. So this is a chance for them to bounce back. It's a chance for them to get back into action and maybe grab a couple of Ws on the way. Mind you, we started this tournament off with a little high risk, high reward. It was a single elimination qualifier that allowed these 8 teams to qualify to this double elimination bracket for this main event. And it's only the 2 teams that are going to be playing in that grand final that can touch that illustrious prize pool. I mean, for a Community Cup, a lakh for the first place, and the runners-up get 50K. So yeah, that is going to be a very, very juicy incentive for all these teams to try and maintain that upper bracket run as long as possible. We did see how ROG went down that lower bracket hole and now are in a pot of worry. So, OnlyFriends, if you'd ask me, their chances in this tournament, it's not really on their side, right? There's a lot of decent talent in this community that is participating in this cup. We've already seen the likes of Medal, but as we head to the brackets, a couple of these names might just shiver a little bit of fear into you. You have Lethal Esports, you have Prime 5, you have, of course, TrueRippers, who are going to be playing this matchup, and of course, Revenant Esports. So a lot of big names, and it makes sense for TrueRippers to back this one. I'm thinking that we are going to see a TrueRipper and Revenant matchup when a little bit of this dust settles, but as it stands, what's your prediction, my friend?
I kind of just did give my 2 cents about this. I would say that OnlyFans have, a more difficult chance of getting through this tire at the moment because TrueRippers, like you said, been in pretty great form. They're having their players perform to the best, and if Sai is going to be doing his best like he has been for the last couple of games, I think that TrueRippers are going to have no problems whatsoever going into the upper bracket semi-final and hoping to face off Revenant Esports unless we see the unsung name Paradise Esports there try to maybe upturn a team that has represented the country. But hey, it's only about TrueRippers and OnlyFans, and like you said, if whether or not it goes to a third map, I would say that it's either 2-0 or 2-1. It is a TrueRipper game.
Yeah, for sure. Let's also head into the map veto. So we have things starting off over at Haven, which I really like because we get a chance to then also see Split. You know, do you think this is going to go three ways? I'm really hoping it does because Split, right? It's a map that we're going to miss in a little time. So
Oh
we
yeah.
should enjoy as much of it as humanly possible when we can. Ascend, though, is going to be what makes or breaks it and what might push us to a decider. What's this veto got you feeling?
I would say the TrueRippers have a pretty good, standing even on Haven. I think that they make very good use of how Master plays in this map. I think that he's got, if he's going to be playing the Omen or if he's going to switch up to the KO if he need be, which he's done a couple of
Yeah.
times in the past that I've seen him do. He has a very pivotal role in the map of Haven because his team usually relies on him to create a little bit of space that the duelists usually do, reciprocate to while by taking. But I would say that overall, on all three maps, it looks like TrueRippers have an upper hand. Ascent could be a map of a little bit of a debate because I think that Only Friends, the last time I saw them, way long ago, Ascent was one of
Yeah.
their maps that they absolutely rocked the most. And I think it was Knives Jester, who I think is still playing in the team, who loves playing that Killjoy on Ascent. So I think that this is going to be a difficult one for Only Friends unless there's individual prowess that comes into play. Like I said, like Knife Jester is pretty good on the Killjoy,
Yeah.
and he does a pretty good job while playing it on Ascent, especially. So I would say that individual brilliance can get them a little bit of that flair that they might need to go up against TrueRippers because this is a very very high tier team right now. They are clearly at the doorstep of what tier 1 Valorant in our region is, and Only Friends have a couple of steps to reach there.
I'd say Revenant are more in that spot like you described, but True Rippers could be another candidate if Revenant falls short in a tournament like this. And by the way, we glanced over that map, Peter, right? Haven,
Yep.
the most played map by True Rippers throughout their history. I think 61 in total. And in all of these maps, they've had close to a 50% win rate, although they have had the experience, right? They've had that work to show for it. And of course, when you do it in the nitty gritties and when you go down in the mud and actually perform it, you start learning more about this map, which helps you improvise. So if a game supposedly might go long, if they require a comeback, we know that at least information-wise, they should be well equipped. Yeah, I'm feeling True Rippers in this, buddy. I think that we might not get a split. I'm predicting a 2-0. Hopefully, technical pauses, nothing else ruin that, fact. I hope that we don't fall into anything midway. I'm not trying to jinx anything here, ladies and gentlemen. But in terms of an upset, I feel like Split's the only way that Only Friends win this one. So that might just be their saving grace. If they can force it to a map 3, they have a chance. But again, that is a stretch in my opinion.
Yeah, it is a stretch. I would say that their composition, which I currently am a little unaware of. I'm not quite sure what they would like to go for. What exactly is it going to be? Is it going to be a single duelist on this map of Haven? Are they going to go for that jet, or are they going to stick to the chamber and maybe play a raise in there, which has been a little bit of trend here and there. We've seen global esports do it, and quite a few other teams. Maybe a neon could also come into play if at all they're up for it, but it's all up to the teams. We will be heading into the game pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. The 18th selection should be coming up in just about a couple of seconds, but I do have to talk about the final map. Like you said, the split map is what could make the difference if at all it is forced to that. And now that we might not see it after 5 days, because this season ends in 5 days, this act ends in 5 days.
Heartbreak.
It is not going to be there in competitive. It is not going to be there in unrated even. We're going to only see it in death matches, replications, escalation, whatnot. But hey, I do want to ask you this. OJ, before we go to the edge selection. If you could not see Split go and put some other map into the into the dormant map pool, what would it be? Which map would you replace?
I think Ascent to some extent. I don't know why.
Okay.
I've never.
That's an interesting
It's a
take.
decent map, but it's like too vanilla, in my opinion. I don't know. Just not a big fan of it. It's just too old school in the approach that you need to take stuff like mid control, and without that, opportunities simply don't arise. In fact, with the new map Pearl that at least I got to check out, not trying to brag here, but it heavily revolves around a different type of tactical side, especially on the defense. Usually in most tactical FPS games, the defense has a very, very good advantage walking into a situation, but the new map Pearl, I think, does decent job to nullify it and offer a fresh new perspective, which is what I'm looking forward to. And yeah, and that way I'm sad to see Split go. It kind of forced you to improvise on the defense, right? It kind of is like what the old school people used to say, Icebox, and those kind of maps forces you to take fights. I feel like it's more true on Split as well. When you're trying to give up mid control, you need to fight A main, B main. So a lot of interesting things that we can see. But also, you know, play selects up, baby. Let's see what's actually interesting. Let's see the juices of what's going to comprise a very, very close map 1 that we hope, because TrueRippers, they have a significant edge in terms of stats, but stats only say half the story. And in a tournament like this, at such a nascent stage, anything could happen.
Yeah, that is true. Now we do have Sai already locking in the chamber. He's gone a little fond of that agent, as we all know. Bones has picked up the Astra, and we've got Master playing the Breach. Presumably, he could go for the KO if need be. It does work on this map pretty well as well. Crosshair has already gone for the Sova pick, and we see Harsh on the other side. He could be going for the KO, and one tap God's locking in the Neon. Now that's what I wanted to see. Neon being utilized at its best. The replacement for Jet is Sai, with the form of Chamber being the main operator player, and one tap God can be freely.
Let's go.
I like this. I really like this. I like this. You know, it's a, you know, the KO is a perfect counter to an agent like Chamber. He cannot teleport away. He cannot use his Headhunter. He cannot use his Tour de Force when it's available. The Chaos just, you know, is going to force, you know, any Chamber player to play either on the Classic or the Ghost, whatever he's bought a secondary weapon as, right? And that, you know, Chaos not just a perfect counter just for him, for anybody, for that matter. For, you know,
yeah, in fact, you look... Yeah, you look at their hero pool. You have Astra, you have a Breach, you have a Sova, you have a Chamber, and a Neon. Now, these are heroes where the utility is very, very dicey. You can do stuff like choke on holds as you're trying to fight off a retake. You can perform very, very nicely put set executes together where you just commit a boatload of utility towards side and just bomb rush your way in. So there's a lot of these, there's a lot of decent pieces on the side of TrueRippers that can piece together a variety of plays. And only friends, with the approach that they're taking, they're looking to deny such plays. Of course, that KO does help you quite a bit, especially when they're suppressed. It gives you a significant edge as you're taking the fight. You might be able to catch them off guard. That's a lot of ifs and buts, though. And that's what worries me.
Yeah, well, while that might be true, I would say that only friends, they have a good composition. I'd say that the KO could prove to be, you know, the changing factor, but always be afraid of that Big Daddy Breach. He's got power stored in his metallic arms that no agent possesses. And while we talk about those, let's begin. Towards Seaside we go. We've got Kev to peek up for an angle. That knife gives Bones his position away. Could be in the back side, and there's one dashing in. No, he gets detected. One tap God tries to get away while stunning his opponents, and he's going to get punished for it. Bones out of his captivity, but will get the one. Master supports him up. There's one more for Bones,
Nice
and
shot.
with that, immediate shutdown from Bones and Master towards the Seaside. HV as the only man left standing. Has got a recon to work with, but he's covered by two sides and has no idea where to peek.
Yeah, timing did him dirty there. And that entire flush towards the side, I have no clue how they managed to hold on to it. The play from Bones so close with that Ghost makes it look so easy, man. The pace that Only Friends came in with, I was surprised with how easy TrueRippers were able to dismantle that. This start, cool. TrueRippers got it in the bag. What do Only Friends have to rebuttal with? This is where you'd really love to see a Chamber pop off, don't you? You can do damage, mitigate economy, and quarrels towards that middle part of that first half. Do you think that a slow attack is what we should see from Only Friends? Look at their lineup. They have a Sova, they have a KO. Now, it can get them early map control and they can work off that with the Neon's aggression. After that, they just hold and try playing reactive. I feel like that's the play that we should be expecting from Only Friends, rather than then just committing to a site.
Yeah, the thing is, that's kind of what happened in the seaside. They just went straight for it. They got a free kill through the smoke, thanks to a reveal. But the problem with that was they were all bottlenecked because of that Astra smoke. The minute they all tried to push through it, Bones was ready for one. He cleared off an angle to get that 1v1 pretty easy on Harsh. And then came the support as well. And nobody really, threatened from Garage, right? So they just got bottlenecked by trying to rush in. Whereas you've got a recon to clear backside. You've got a knife that can give you detection of players' position within a certain radius, as well as disable their abilities. So that's a lot of information which you can use to not just isolate fights, force people out of their positions, as well as clear out angles as well. So I think what you said is right. They need to go for a little bit of a slow approach. Not entirely slow, not Navi type slow, not the last 30 seconds, but maybe keep it a little complacent in the way that you find information, you make the Neon punish the opponents immediately, have a flash going behind that, or with the Omen if possible, and that's how you execute. I think the A site at the moment looks more viable with that approach for them, because there's no particular bottleneck as such, unless, the side of TrueRippers themselves choose to force the operation towards A main.
That, however, it's not going to yield any results as the rest of Only Friends are focused towards Garage and C. Harsh, instantly decapitated. A Bulldog going woof woof. For now, it's going to be a very, very disciplined TrueRippers that we get to see. You can see them trying to mitigate as much risk as possible, except for the Chamber that is trying to push in towards mid. Kev, double kill? He gets the control alongside the guns, and this has this A side drop to the fly and to the bone. Only Friends, they have the opportunity now. The late lurk presents itself, but Baby side more than ready. Man advantage, TrueRippers. But is fate on their side's the question?
Oh well. Korang, good for one, teleports to the underside. Master's not sure about where he could be. Oh, he does not take the angle, but Bones is there to trade him off. A very close round, thanks to Kev's double that he somehow got towards A-Long. Both of them in the same position, and they get punished for it by a Chambers Headhunter. That's really, really dangerous. A very expensive run for TrueRippers. Nonetheless, it will be a win that goes in their pocket, but now that they're on the bonus, it's going to be a difficult one for them to win. But it looks like they are forcing into this one, OG.
I think that's the right call to make, right? I feel like especially in a game like Valorant, the concept of a bonus is a little flawed, because there are a lot of ways that you can inflict death, even without guns in this game. And the rounds are the most precious aspect of it. You have very less to work with. So I like this call coming in from TrueRippers, but it seemed like that's the only call that they could have made feasibly. And now, yet again, a slow approach. This is what we were expecting from Only Friends. This is what we want to see, but we want to see it work as well, don't we? That's yet to be the scene.
Well, towards C is the majority of the concentration of Only Friends' players. They are having a smoke to cover them off, so they're immediately going away. Bones holding down the angle, knows that he's got a little bit of cover as well in the form of his teammate Sai. While Harsh, back towards C-Long he goes. The smoke will be popped again, it seems. There is a star there. A little bit of a spam coming in. And it is a C-split. Garage being heavily flooded. Now the Neon's going to dash in. Sai's going to take that fight. He does have cover though. Crosshair will get him. And here's Bones finding Harshvi, not taking that angle. He's checked it 2 rounds, but not this time. Master gets Kev as well. HV has to trade back, and now it's a 2v2.
Yeah, Bones lays down a little more cover yet again on top of the box, but he can't be on top of the kill. He can't be on top of the play. And right now, time, not of the essence. It's about position. Soon, though, it will start to trickle into the equation, and Bones trying to commit to that white swing alongside his teammate, and they work in unison perfectly. TrueRippers, the decision to upgrade weaponry really didn't show as much as it was supposed to here, especially due to the fact that the garage commitment felt so flat. TrueRippers were able to trade so effectively, and Bones, the ability for him to buy time, stay alive amidst all that chaos is commendable.
Most certainly is. Now, TrueRippers with the 3-0 lead that they've built up, they've thrown their opponents in an eco. We've seen what they can do with these sheriffs. Towards A they're going, they've got information. But one tap got killed. He's just gonna spam them through the smoke. And this is the bottleneck that I was talking about. If TrueRippers choose to go ahead and push the pressure on towards that A main side, only friends are gonna get nothing done except for get themselves killed. Gorang will find Bones through an unnecessarily push coming in through those doors towards mid. And Sai will jet back. Oh, that angle is so neat, man. Oh my god, okay. Crispy headshots across the board.
Yeah, Crosshair got the position from a while. Has the Phantom to challenge, mind you. Still in the vicinity to get absolutely one-tapped by that Sheriff. It's 145, so I'm going to take him to his grave. And now a passive approach. TrueRippers. They know that this is where they'd lose the round if they try overcommitting off and try committing towards individual gun duels. Hence, they're trying to play off each other. If they get information, they try playing retake, but if they have to face fact a couple of issues, it could lead them in a gruesome road. Master should spot both the players, and that should be the rotation committed. Barely any time on the clock, universe. Only friends. Yeah, I better hope that they have a lot more to show, because it's starting to look like a TrueRipper show from the start.
Yep, there it is. TrueRippers, they've taken control early on. While Only Friends are giving them the damage, they are giving them, you know, a bit of a caution that we are not going to completely bow down. They are taking out a couple of their players. TrueRippers know how to stabilize and adapt to the situation. And hence, they've got that 4-0 lead. They've got 4 ultimates online as well, and 2 of those are very, very heavily damaging ones. The Breach is ultimate and the SOAS, of course. And while the Neon is very self-sufficient, let's see how this time TrueRippers are going to go for this. Towards mid, they go early push, and okay, one-tap God just gets completely blinded out. Kev Sai supports in from B towards windows at mid, and TrueRippers, they are not letting go of the pedal.
Only Friends, that is brutal. The drive-by is so well put together. Master and one-tap God, the utility is what funneled that to perfection, right? Flash push them to the side. Just kick the gear up a notch, slide into the DMs, and bam! Gotcha. They've not been revealed by the drone, though. And Crosshair has backup. Has Sai. Gonna play this one a little aggressively. They want to get a little bit of info before they do commit to a site hold. And Crosshair plans to regress. Has that recon, but he plays off timing brilliantly. Harsh just taken down on the verge of recon. On the verge of breaking that recon. Gorang bites the dust as well. The double. Full health for him to get this clutch back into his favor. But it's gonna take a lot. He's discovered the backstab, and the rotation's just a doorstep. It's like aim labs, buddy. But he gotta be a step ahead. And one tap God just neon diffs him. 5-0. A delightful start for TrueRippers, but Only Friends, they are posing a little bit of resistance. They are posing a fight. They're not posing more than that, though. That's the only problem. They're not posing a threat.
Yeah, that is true. They're not able. It's not even that they're not posing a threat. It's like they're not even being allowed to, right? Because of the way TrueRippers, their aggression is controlled. They know when to go up ahead. They know when to stay back down, and they're doing a pretty good job of, you know, keeping it all in control. And here we go, Crosshair facing off against Knifejester. Knifejester has absolutely no support, unfortunately, and he falls right back into what was the trap put down by TrueRippers. While they do have the side over here, OG, and they're gonna get the plant down, they know exactly where it is, and that That tag could cause trouble. Harsh gets away thanks to Sai just having an operator. He's gonna get away safely. Harsh gets 2 from under the heaven side, and that might just be the first round that only friends are looking for.
Don't jinx him.
Yeah, well, let's find out. Time is ticking.
Nice utility. Last time to funnel their attention now towards Hell. Master needs to be on the swing anytime now. Beautiful job on decapitating Harsh. It opens opportunities, and that's exactly what they're after. Master, he's gonna try and commit on the stick. Hope that teammates cover his vision. It's not half stuck yet. Oh no! The TP! It's fake! Goran gets the other! Another round? Maybe the first one? Guess it is! Only friends. They fight down a tooth and nail. But they get that taste of bread and wine. Finally. They open shop.
Oh man, they most certainly do. And with this, only friends, it was quite an extensive push of the round. Only because of that, what I believe was the double kill that came in from Harsh with that Spectre under Heaven. Which honestly, he was spared, man. He was planting at an angle which from Heaven, even if you had a smoke, he could have taken them down, Sai. But because Sai had an operator in that angle, he couldn't really do anything much. And he had to be forced off. This time they're going towards C side. They've got in the back of control already. There's one player there, Bones, who's gonna take in the bullet straight to his body. HVS will get him down. Master was gonna trade, but HVS with 2.
Beautiful.
And cross him with the second. Not gonna be able to connect to the third. Unfortunately,
he can revive.
Yep.
Numbers. Beautifully done. That is TrueRippers putting a lot of investment in a round like this. But also, the fast play finally ends up working for Only Friends. This is the first time that it's managed to break through this TrueRippers wall. And it required a couple of key ultimates. Namely, Harsh walking into that with that overload helped them tremendously. No utility for them to be fronted with. And sure, the Hunter Sphere from Crosshair was pitch perfect. But the fact that they're able to revive Harsh and get the numbers back just removed a lot of the hope that TrueRippers were trying to buy in around like that. And yet again, we go back to this passive approach.
Oh, that flash did force Sai off, and a bullet at an expense as well. Got 4 more left in that big bad operator, his personal operator. And look at this. Crosshair, spots out 1. Should expect this push to come in. Has got 1 tap, got to his support, and he's slyly moving into a shot to get this cubby control. The drone to throw in. This could be a moment of vulnerability if they do push in. Yeah, this is bad.
This is
because
bad.
There comes Knife Jester. He still does not get it.
What?
And there is no trade-off even. Nobody's come to support him. He just walks in alone and he just gets taken out. These are the mistakes that they've been doing a couple of times now. Crosshair gets another 1-tap god with his ultimate comes through.
Oh my goodness Christ.
It's gonna be Crosshair. And 1-tap god just playing along with his lightning bolt with his fingers. Going across the air. Yep, the taser it is. And he gets another one. TrueRippers find the round at the expense of 1 kill. Because just Knife Jester walks in alone, no trade potential, and that's it. After that, they just could not even touch the A side. They just got crippled. There was no utility to support him even. There was no recon, nothing was put down. He had no information. Walks in out, finds a Sova who just came out of his drone mode, and nobody to even trade him back.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate, my friend. Oh goodness. Okay, that is that certainly sent a wake-up call. This can't happen on multiple occasions. TrueRippers looking very well equipped, Master. Perfect on breaking that 0 point. They have the B site here, but for all they know, they're gonna be put into a box without them liking it. There's a decent bit of post-plant utility that's still on the hands for TrueRippers. And right now, hands are required on the deck for Only Friends. The backstab is going to be very, very late. And it's all relying on this front line holding.
Oh boy. boy, they're holding them off with utility, and Harsh taking that kill is very important for his team. Master has an idea as to where the Omen could be, but he's got a lot more worries in front of his eyes at the moment. Gorang will take him down, and that's going to be TrueRippers falling down to the ground. A flawless round, a very much needed round, and a quick adaptation of their gameplay over here. Only Friends went towards A, found no success, went towards C, and found a little bit, but B they go, and they keep all of their players alive. TrueRippers were not even allowed to enter that B side on the retake. Job well done. And now this could be another move that they could use, if at all they're falling into, you know, the drifts of a lower half, maybe an 8-4 if they're staring towards it.
A little pessimistic, wouldn't you say? They have the opportunity. They have a little bit of wiggle room. And TrueRippers, if they lose control of this round, economy is gonna start playing a small factor. So, opportunity for Only Friends to make amends of their shortcomings here in the first half. They've opted for that slow approach, and it's paid them dividends on a couple of occasions. And they're gonna try and waltz in towards this A bomb side. The only problem, TrueRippers look to be aware. The aggression through C long, the information at B with the trip. They can afford to take a gamble like this, and it's a perfect play to make. They break the 0 point. Very crucial for this play to work. They might just force out the Sova, who's found a little bit of room, but Crosshairs just flushed out of position with that fragment. The commitment towards side, and they've just opted out of this. TrueRippers comfortable playing retake, but they need to play off a man disadvantage.
Well, TrueRippers, they have no ultimates to work with. They are going to have to move in with no stars even from Bones, which means they're going to have to go on the aim over here, and one tap got
perfect fault line
to his name. There's one. Harsh looking for something, but that is not going to work out for him. Master just plays him through. Gorang and HBS find two though. And that's going to be another one for Gorang. He gets away towards shot.
Nice.
And I don't think Master's got it in him to finish this one off. The time's far too gone. And with that, a 6-4 scoreline. Ladies and gentlemen, Only Friends back in the game.
Back in it to win it. Only Friends finding form. And that was a brilliant post plant. Gorang making the moves that matter. The setup from TrueRippers was so good on that retake, yet it failed. Master's utility, one tap God's openings. They flirted with danger, and they reap its rewards here. They have not only secured 4 rounds, but they have a chance to now get an equalizer. As TrueRippers, their economy is worse for wear. They know the aggression through A is imminent, but they still end up falling prey to it. One tap God lives up to his name, and that, I hope, sends a message. They need to fall back, and they have opportunities elsewhere. They don't need to fight fire with fire.
Well, 4 versus 5 at the moment, and there is a big bad ultimate waiting for them in the hands of Bones, who will not be afraid to use it, and there it goes.
Rolling Thunder.
Gonna throw him off. Knife Jester's off his guard, and Master will take him out. Bones is trying to reposition as well as find a weapon, but Master, he's got himself a killing spree there, but HVS will trade back with 2. I don't know how he got those kills, but that was not supposed to happen.
Okay, bro.
Comes in the backstab, and Gorang takes care of him as well. Suddenly, everybody from the side of Only Friends is waking up to their calls. And Gorang, who's been having a pretty good game in the last couple of rounds, is going to get the spike down and will find himself in a 1v2. A very doable 1v2 as well. As he's gone up towards
Gorang,
heaven.
he's going for the big play. They overlook it. This could be immaculate. Gorang, as he opts to be the fear from the shadows, takes his time and welcomes them to the slaughter. Only Friends.
Last round before
Their spree of good fortune continues, and they fight tooth and nail. This is TrueRippers completely losing control. How the momentum sways.
Oh boy.
I'm speechless.
It is amazing. He plays it to perfection. That teleport sound was not heard. He was just a second away from being heard, going into heaven, or something to that sound being expected at least. And here's one only friends getting themselves the confidence that they need. Crosshair though, he's found two!
Double!
How did he get that done? And now Bones and Master left towards the seaside to defend the remaining three walking in. There's a free kill for Bones, a turned around Sova. A Chaos close by.
MVP.
He finds him as well. But Gorang, he still stands. But not for long, says Sai. 7-5 the scoreline. And TrueRippers will go to the second half with the smallest advantage possible.
Only friends. A very, very good effort. Considering the start, dude, this is a steal. The defense the defense that Only Friends have is also a really nice composition for a retake, right? We talk about Masters setup for the retake efforts that TrueRippers have been having. Harsh can have the same impact and have that tenfold as well. Not only can he deny utility, he can also support in terms of pop flashes. Fragment can push people off position, help you get the half stick. A lot of opportunities for TrueRippers to consider. Oh, perfect 0 point. They're trying to make it fast towards B here. Time though is being bought and being bought brilliantly.
Oh boy. Well, this B-side execute does seem to be working out for them, but Goran gets one. Digested with another. Master trades back. And HVS just goes past the Neon. He will get it though. One tap God's gonna be unaware. His field of vision does not help him out. But now it's left onto one man only, and that's Bones, who gets one, but will not get the second. Not this time.
So
His
scary.
ghost does not work every single round. And it is gonna be Only Friends winning the second pistol of this series.
Whew. Got too sweaty there though. That should have been a situation that was a little cleaner. At least cleanly disposed of. Nonetheless, a win is a win. And that's what Only Friends needs. They need the numbers on the board. And they've got it. One away from an equalizer. And TrueRippers, they'll have to concede. They'll have to bow out. Inferior weaponry. And they need to make something change. They need to improvise on their game plan. One tap God could have gotten a better timing to enter that seaside. Have a more deeper angle. But he's missed his window. And the rotation, the cavalry, it's coming in with the broomstick. It's coming in with the buckets. It's done with monkey business as cleanup duty is on full effect. 7-7. And Only Friends are looking to sweep this board clean and get us back to what would be a very close affair.
Sai. Not gonna be detected. He's gonna stay safe for the moment, but he's got 4 players in front of him. 2 of whom who are pretty less on health, and 1 bullet from that headhunter could get him those kills. But he's got a very close angle to discover. He does get it though. Beautiful shot from Sai. The spike is not in his hands yet though. And Kev has teleported away. 30 seconds on the clock. And there's not much he can hope for. They expect him to come in towards Garage. But they're keeping their distance. They know that Sai can cause damage. So that's exactly why they're respecting him as much. He's gonna move out. Does not have anything more left in that chamber of his. And that's gonna be 7-7 for Only Friends. Leveling the score, after which seeing the first half did not look likely to happen, did it?
Yeah.
Especially the first
I think
couple
the
of
game
rounds.
changer. I think the game changer here though is going to be the fact that there needs to be an investment. They should not play bonus here. They should not let the momentum go the other way. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that, you know, for them the most important thing at the moment is keep the pressure on by taking a little bit of a risk, but not way too much even. Keep yourselves complacent, confident, not overconfident. Like at the moment, they are playing this very defensively. They've got rotations coming in already. Look at that. The stack on Ace side. They've got 3 players there. One's close by towards A-Link, and now they're even calling in for the rotation to go back just in case. That's one tap God. Playing around with emotions here. Knife Jester's found him though, as he goes in towards shot, and this is a problem. TrueRippers are getting a little too scared, because what we usually see them be is that relentless, aggressive team. And look at this, one kill has just stopped them in the tracks right there.
They need to work off each other in a circumstance like this, and that's going to be even the more harder when there's a stack on a site like this, right? On the A side, there's so many nicks and crannies that it's possible for only friends to make this defense more than just work. In fact, it'll be an advantage if they have these specters and guns like these in such close proximity. They can just Grove Street peek them. The utility dump though, committed. The push still omitted. They're not allowing anybody to take a step in. You need to go through this brick wall, and they start the dismantling process quite well. An opener on each, and both able to double up alongside Sai. Clears the close angles. Ooh, the utility was so well put together. Dismantle the aggression. Nobody was allowed to peek backside. The short player was stuck where he was, and they isolated the peek towards the close right cubby as you entered through a long. So it was something that TrueRippers accounted for well in advance. Although walking into positions like that always hits you with a sense of anxiety, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is true. Now, let's find out what exactly OnlyFans can do with their buy down coming into their hands. This is where they need to step up. This is where they need to show TrueRippers that they cannot get away with whatever it is they do. They have got what it takes, and especially that man Gorang, he's been quite a role. He's picked it up since his team started making that comeback happen, at least 7-5, and he is situated at the site now that TrueRippers seem to be going towards C, and that blind is perfect.
Nice shot.
One tap God completely takes him out, and while that Astra wall, the Cosmic wall, has gone up, they still need to enter the site here, TrueRippers. Bones will get one. Knife Jester comes on the backstab as quick as he can with that Neon and runs away just as fast as well. And TrueRippers are left to wonder what the hell just happened. One ultimate gone to absolutely nothing. No use at all of that Astra Cosmic Divide. And now they're just left to wander about their own spawn here.
They're slowly just regaining control. They can't afford much in terms of slip-ups. They group up together, which is a good thing in a situation like this. Get a frag, you get the site empty, you have the opportunity to then make use of that vacancy and set up even better for that post plant, which is the only way they're going to turn the numbers. They need to turn the tables first. This approach to the B side, it leaves a lot of room for OnlyFriends to commit a lot of rendezvous rotations. They can also try enabling themselves through a backstab. For now though, it's a raw gunfight that's piquing TrueRippers' interest, and they are gonna go out of their harm's way to find it, navigating themselves towards this A side. They try to commit a wacky rotation, but it's well read, it's well replied with. OnlyFriends, they're doing it. A 2v4, low HP on either TrueRipper players, and they are truly ripped apart piece by piece. And OnlyFriends piecing together the equalizer yet again. 8-8, and they are the ones with the big guns.
Well, they most certainly are. They will find the buy down. It is 8-8, and they're going to keep this alive. Not going to let their map choice get away from them that easily. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. But as we go further on towards the climax of this map, that momentum, that one round that will get them the extra step in front of the other team, could be the game-changing round. The team that finds the 2 rounds in consecutive, finds 2 rounds consecutively, will probably be the ones to find themselves a little bit of an advantage, and this could just be it. Kev already takes out one tap God. A little too aggressive for his own good, and he's dropped off a weapon that honestly somebody else could have used if they had gone in for that trade over there. Yet again, the Neon's being allowed to do the work alone, but without a trade, that Neon is practically creating space for nothing.
Yeah, blue recon dot, my friend. Kev and Harsh are going to be working on the back of each other. Fragment lined up for when Kev tries to take contact, and then that will be the call for maybe Harsh to drop down from the window. Although that drone should make the play a little transparent, and they are just not able to find timing. Yeah, nice bait and switch play, right?
Yeah, and the damage that's been given thanks to that grenade by Harsh is gonna throw TrueRippers into an even more of a confused state. Where do we go from here? They're just gonna take that fake smoke, allow them to cross by, allow Bones to cross by. And with this, they've got 30 seconds left, and they're gonna utilize those 30 seconds for going towards the A side, where they've got Knife Jester waiting for them with all of his utility intact, as well as an ultimate. Throws in all of it at once. He's afraid about the consequences that could come down. Does take in a bit of damage.
Oh, God.
One will get him. And HVS to support him in that title corner, with Harsh ending up the round himself. 8 and 9, and for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, Only Friends take the lead.
I love how Knife Jester was just playing with the aggro. He knew exactly what was ahead of him. The choice of the engagements he took perfectly set up HVS on the perfect read with the perfect off angle. TrueRippers. No guns. And his Only Friends on the verge of hitting double digits on map 1.
Yep. That knife is actually pretty good. Does give them information. 3 players are detected, and Knife Jester's taken out one of the ones who's not been detected. 4 more to go, and all 4 of them are towards that A-long position. The utility, the spamming of the bullets, not really giving them what they need, that is the kills, but they've given them more than enough of what they were requiring. The damage. Bones is almost half HP. The Sova's almost half HP. And with the pistols that they have, they can only hope for so much.
Yeah, Bones is just trying to punish Harsh. Harsh is aware of it as well. Master, the respect is way too much. It's given him the chance, and he's gonna take it. Oh, the double! He's found a little bit of form, and he's found the nullifier that's required. 3v3. This is where you might notice Only Friends start slipping up just a little bit. And that little bit might just be enough. TrueRippers splitting their commitment towards C, with one player going towards Garage. And I hope Kev isn't set up for this.
Oh boy, he will get one. Yeah, he will get the other one as well. Kev does not need the rendezvous to get away, because he's good enough on his own to find all 3 of them. Number 10 comes up for Only Friends on their map pick. And TrueRippers might be starting to sweat a little here.
Yeah.
Hope
You know,
to
I
God
started to
that it
sweat
does
when
not get to them.
I started to sweat when Kev entered there without any rendezvous set up. He was just going there hoping for the best.
I mean, he kind of knew that the pistols were on their hands. He knew that nobody had even picked up the weapons from their team. So he was banking upon the fact that, hey, it's a Vandal against a couple of Sheriffs. I can just isolate them 1v1s, get them down to the ground. And it worked. This time, TrueRippers, they're taking a bit of a slow approach. They've spread out a bit. Mid not being contested, but A shot will be. And Sai is going to be finding the first blood in this round. And with that, the immediate rotation being called in. Harsh is making his way. And he's got a very good ultimate to keep handy in these kind of situations, where you've got a Sova as well as, you know, a Breach involved, who are utility monsters, especially given that the Breach has an ultimate. But TrueRippers immediately quiet things down, and they're letting one-tap gods lurk over here, cause some sort of fruition, or maybe a fake in the end, but their fruition comes through from Master as their patience rewards them, and Kev gets a little too ambitious with his informational peak, and he gives up his life. 3v5 here, OG. I don't see this going any other way except for TrueRippers winning this one.
Well, if they maybe commit that Hunter's Fury on the hold and try to get an advantage before the spike goes down, I see possibilities, but that's all I see. HSV spam his way through the smoke. That's the first. Is he gonna go berserk and drop down? Well, no. Sanity. That's what he has. But he needs to absolutely go insane if his team is to win this round. Crosshair damaged by that shock dart, and one tap got kept at arm's length by virtue of the smoke. HVS needs to pull off a play from heaven. He needs to watch for one tap god, but he does even better. He goes on the spree, and he's not able to make it 3. Master from hell, and this should be a round well secured by TrueRippers. Oof. Pivotal play. They were able to deal with the HVS show, because if he pulled off the Hunter's Fury there, that could have realistically been theirs.
Yeah, maybe, you know, it's kind of even a give and go there, because when you have that Hunter's Fury, it causes a moment of chaos where you can have your players enter in. The knife could have made a difference as well. But unfortunately, because they were, you know, outnumbered by 2, I think that it was quite a risky move. And now, because of that, look at what they've got, OG. They've got 5 ultimates lined up, and they're not going to be hesitant to use it now. They've got the B-side control. Kev is taking care of Crosshair. That's 1 initiator down. While one tap God will take out Harsh on the other side. Knife Jester's making a run for it, and look who's heard it. It's Sai. He's moving it towards A, it seems like, but slowly, steadily keeping himself safe. But one tap God is just causing so much destruction all by his lonesome. Gorang will finally take care of that little monster as TrueRippers find the A site ever so slowly, and they will get the plant, that's for sure. No restrictions there. Smokes go down, and Knife Jester cannot do much over here. There comes the Hunter's Fury, finally comes to play, and Knife Jester makes the best use of it. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Nice!
That moment of chaos is what Knife Jester makes the best use of. And now it's on to Master. He goes in for that Rolling Thunder, and he sees Knife Jester go towards A-Long. Only 2 now. Tense moment for him. That recon stops him from even peeking out. It's a half defuse that's gone through. Master needs to get this, but it is going to be a defuse being stuck. Only friends. Established number 11.
Dude, both of us predicted this to be like a 2-0 from TrueRippers.
I mean, I said 2 or 2-1, so I'm going to stick to that. Could be a 2-1.
Wow.
I still say that TrueRippers could go. You know, but I did not see Haven going this way, to be honest.
Exactly my point, dude. This is nuts. Nice start.
Right here.
But should be an even better finish. This is where you need to have that composure to finish out what you started. And now a fast commitment towards B. One tap God yet again with the taser finds Harsh, and they've essentially conceded this B side. They know that they don't want to fight the Neon ult. They should let it run out, and HVS, perfect off angle to make sure that the hand's seen first. Master, that's a whiff that's going to cost him quite a bit of tears later on, and HVS alongside Kev looking to close things out.
Oh, Bones!
Playing off each other though. Ooh, the chance.
Oh, Bones.
Chance.
Oh, he had a chance. He could have finished it. Now both of them, Mexican standoff, and now Bones has a weapon that was loaded. No, Bones. You know he's right around the corner. That reload. Oh man, that is just absolutely unfortunate. The one thing I did not get though here, I get that Master did go for that, you know, reactionary peek on the back of seeing that Sova throw in that recon, but it's not really the best of choices when you don't have another player pushing in with you there. Bones, while he did suffice to get 2, there was nothing more that he could get from there. Gorang played it perfectly. And now, TrueRippers back towards A they go.
At least I hope, for TrueRippers' sake, that a round like this, they don't commit all in. They need to try playing this one a little slow. The greed that only friends have in some of these rounds is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. On tap God. Along with side, just trying to give a couple of warning shots towards a shot. Knife Jester hoping to play on his ultimate, so he's keeping it for the most opportune moment because he knows he does not want to run out of that juice, that lightning juice. With HVS, they've actually pushed up towards A, but this is a lot of information over here, OG. And they should be expecting this B push now. Only friends. Thanks to that A side being cleared off completely, Harsh should be ready, but he's blinded completely. Nobody checks him until the last second. One tap God will take him out. Was almost away from his gun for a second more, and Harsh could have probably popped another head by himself. And TrueRippers, that one kill might be securing them the round, but HVS and Korang.
Again?
Maybe.
How? They consistently claw their way off situations like this, and considering the positions, it's actually not all bad for Only Friends. The smoke isolates two players towards that A-Link side. It's on Bones to be the hero from the back side. And they're trying to... Yeah, a lot of utility down the drain. Now there's no chance that they get anywhere close to winning this. Securing the round are TrueRippers. A good call to use that Hunter's Fury. I could have seen things going a little nasty if Bones' play was flat. 10 to 12 though, and TrueRippers, they have money to reinvest, but utility on the other side is overwhelming. Fear from Shadow, Overload, do they force Hunter's Fury?
Quite a bit indeed.
Not a walk in the park.
Most certainly not. With now, ladies and gentlemen, one round away from victory.
You want to play?
This is Only Friends' game to lose. They've done quite a good job over here, but one tap god immediately shuts down his counterpart on the opponent team. They go in for a duel. It is going to be TrueRippers, one tap god to settle in the Neon Diff. Harsh, hoping that Garage is going to be a little bit clear, but Gorang listens towards the seaside. There goes the blind. They don't really push in. The knife will give information, and now they don't see Gorang, and he will find one. But Crosshair finds two of his own, and that should be it. 2 versus 4. That Hunter's Fury not going to do any sort of damage because they're not going to plant it. But this Tour de Force will. Kev gets him down. Bones is out of the composition here, but Sai with his Tour de Force will take out his counterpart, and now it's left to HVS. Tagged, slowed, no entry into the seaside. Now even that recon gonna be giving him a little bit of trouble, but he's actually sighted. Oh boy, he's crawled in and he's found one. Steps down, only towards his death.
1 round away, bro. I
gotta say, I did not see this. I did not see this coming towards a double digit on both sides, man. I thought, you know, TrueRippers. Yeah, I thought this is gonna be a TrueRipper 13-8, 13-9, somewhere around that scoreline. Yeah, they're gonna win. But I'm actually very happy to be proved wrong. I love that Only Friends is giving TrueRippers a run for their money. And while we will move on to Ascent in the next one, it depends on this one round whether it's gonna be with TrueRippers in the advantage or Only Friends. 1 round to go to overtime, or 1 round to see Only Friends cause a very big upset.
Covering it.
The push though. Look at Garage window. I mean, look at mid window.
Oh boy, they know exactly what's up. But that chamber trap could be a problem.
Yeah. They're gonna play retake.
Oh no.
Is that efficiently okay?
Oh, he thought he was behind him.
Might find time in the reposition though. They already have control through short, and Bones a decent off angle because he has support to work with, doesn't he? Bones finds the first on a Harsh, and this Heaven aggression completely cut off. This is heartbreaking here.
Yeah, there's nothing in the Bones. Just absolutely desperate to just throw Harsh off of his feet. Not even on his knees. And Kev will fall as well. Overtime on map number 1. Who saw this coming, ladies and gentlemen?
Overtime.
TrueRippers. This is I don't know if I should say if it's good or bad for them. We assume them to have a comfortable map 1. We knew that this is one of the most played maps in the entire map pool that they have. And yet in the start of this best of 3, it's not as flying as you'd imagine. Although TrueRippers haven't let that deter them from aiming for a W. I like this recon. Something new I learned today. Let's see where this goes. Are you aware of this universe?
Not really. I think this is the first that I'm seeing it. Let's find out. What's that?
I don't know how much power though.
I think it does go towards A main. Yeah, there it goes. It goes towards A main. I think it's about 1.5 bar of power. Does give them information that there's people outside, and that also position one tap god pretty aggressively. That knife not gonna work, and look at the amount of pressure that's being caused here, OG. They can't even peek towards A main. They're forced off of this angle, and they're completely discouraged. They don't even want to take this fight because Knife just took a bullet to the head through the wall, And that's their cue. Yeah, guys, we're not fighting Sai and one tap God here. We're gonna find our gems elsewhere in this huge map of Haven. Unless
Their plan is unless the plan is to just wait for this push, which is not happening, although. Harsh, beautiful job. 6 HP, and man is still killing it. Of course, his teammates did soften up the blow. That means he's the one who's gonna enter like a blow. Nice fault line. They could complement this with that shock dart, which is kept at bay for now. Harsh, the plan, no, denied.
no, he
Oh,
survived.
nice.
Just
And
about.
he pops
The
off
waves-
his ultimate.
Yeah, these waves should give them the information that he is towards this right side corner. But there's support coming in. Master will get one. Both gets another as well. They make it work. And now Crosshair from heavens above can cover up for his teammates towards A long. There goes the smoke down as well. And this is just about sticking that defuse now. Kev gonna try his level best to keep himself and his team in the running. There goes Master and Bones.
Oh,
And now it's
God.
Kev. 33 HP. Times of the essence here.
Spam it.
No
No!
way! The timing! Kev, the savior of his team, puts them through on to 13.
Match point.
Holy hell. Only friends. But the slimmest of margins. They make the biggest difference. Kev played that to perfection. TrueRippers, they gotta be feeling gutted because that was like a SEAL Team 6 entry in towards the side. The perfect breach, they knew the crossfire, they dealt with it very efficiently. And yet it goes the wayside. How heartbreaking. And yet again, one tap God's aggression
Conceal pulling them
is put to the wayside. Garage hasn't been a forgiving haven for them. Now the commitment towards the side, the flash to re-aggress. This is the beginning of the end for TrueRippers in map 1. Haven is slipping away from their grasp and falling into the love and embrace
defenders
of
win.
Gorang and Only Friends as they bag map 1 in this best of 3. Holy hell. Do we have a banger to end day 1 on? And it's only map 1.
Yeah, well, that was quite a performance from the side of TrueRippers as well as OnlyFans. But OnlyFans will take this dub for themselves. What a way to do it as well. They've done quite a good job of finding themselves that little push that they needed. The one thing that I was talking about earlier when we were on that scoreline 8-8, that they needed to find 2 rounds in a row, and they did, and that's what gave them the momentum to push through. While it did go to overtime, 2 rounds were given back when it was 12-10. It was still OnlyFans keeping themselves very, very composed and calm. They held on to the ground when they were in overtime, and just one push towards that A side, which honestly Sai and One Tap God could have held pretty well. Harsh, again, with that double kill, 6 HP, dodges that shock dart, enables himself to get the ultimate, the null command, and with that, it is OnlyFans to go ahead towards Ascent, ladies and gentlemen, with the advantage.
Oof, that was sweaty, and I want to relive every second of that. We should have the replays up in a little time, but there are a lot of places where TrueRippers have to start asking questions, especially in that first half. There were times where OnlyFriends were looking bleak. There were times where there was no hope, and OnlyFriends still managed to claw their way back up so impressively. And in the second half, dude, like I said, things started to look a little iffy on so many of those occasions. Like, I think it was One Tap God who wasn't able to catch a Sova with his back turn. So, moments like that were quite prevalent in map 1. That simply can't afford to happen.
Yeah, that is true. I think that, there's quite a couple of times where a few of these players made, a little bit of an iffy play here and there. Let's go to the highlights while we do talk about it. Because those 1v1s that sometimes went through, the trace that did not come through as well, when the Neon was rushing in, all by herself. And at moments like these where individual prowess, while they were giving the damage that they needed to, Gaurang is the one who I believe was the true MVP for OnlyFriends today, man. He's the one who gave them the confidence from the beginning, where he picked up the pace, went on a killing spree, had so many clutch rounds coming in from himself, and the remaining of his teammates were just capitalizing upon it.
If utility is concerned, I feel like Master from TrueRippers did really, really good in this game. A lot of the a lot of the time on the defender side, the utility that he sets up for enabling the fast retake is so on point. It's just a shame that a lot of those fights just slipped away, and due to very unfortunate circumstances as well, right? Think back to even the last round. Just look at the way Kev outplayed that 1 versus 2. Things like that, yeah, they really don't sit well when you're trying to sit and analyze a matchup, because those are things of opportunity and instance. If I'm not mistaken, Gorong did pull this play alongside HVS. So, yet another display on how a couple of these players pulling off individual brilliance saved them from what looked like imminent doom. Again, Gorong, you see him all the time with these kind of plays, don't you?
Yeah, this is what I was telling about earlier. Gorang, honestly, the MVP of this team, at least for me, he's done a brilliant job of, finding those clutch rounds, finding the little bit of, those important kills that were really necessary, and just keeping his team intact, keeping them in the zone to go ahead and get this victory on Haven, which honestly, I'm pretty sure at least 90% of us watching did not expect.
Yeah, far from it. And TrueRippers, how did they bleed blood? I'm interested to see what the dynamic starts to look like. It's a good chance for them to have a breather, right? Right now, if you are on the side of only friends, it's not enough room for you to start feeling comfortable yet. It was a very narrow victory. So, only friends, they need to think of it the same way TrueRippers now are going to think of it. They're going to try thinking of the long game.
Yeah, they are gonna have to think of the long game, but TrueRippers, I don't exactly know what went wrong for them. Multiple times where these team fights didn't really work out for them. There were so many places where they could have taken a timeout. I believe, like here, this round right here.
For
Just
sure.
before this, they could have taken a timeout, had a little bit of, all right, guys, let's stop them in their tracks. Let's not lose out too much ground here, and they could have done something about it. Like, this is just absolutely, such good coordination from OnlyFriends. At the same time, TrueRippers, that one little ultimate threw them off completely. Everybody just took their guns off, had their knives in their hands, and Knives just jumps down, takes down two like it's Sunday morning, and has them for breakfast. And with just absolutely well done from OnlyFriends to hold them off. And even though it did go to overtime, a victory is a victory.
Yeah, a victory, especially in the context of this best of 3, taking map 1. Now our win criteria is already met. We did mention that if only friends need to have like somewhat of a sure sign that they're gonna take the series home, it has to be on the effort that it takes to get to map 3, right? That is done. They have the first map in the bag, which means regardless what happens, Split's gonna be on our plate. At least if you are an Only Friends fan.
Yeah.
Ascent, though. Do you think that Ascent's gonna be a decent enough curveball for Only Friends? Because it's a map that's drafted in by TrueRippers, but like we alluded in pregame, this draft is heavily TrueRipper favorite.
Yeah, it is. And I think that this is going to be, a true Ripper game to take on, at least to take us to map 3. Split looks like a lot more doable right now, unless only friends throw us a curveball on Ascent. And True Rippers are absolutely gobsmacked, because I would love to see that, man. If we proved to go for our, prediction at 14-12, sorry, forgive me, 2-0 for True Rippers while we go to the scorecard, it could go the other way. If only friends put in a 2-0 here, I would love it. I would love to see the underdogs come out on top and just absolutely, give the pros a run for their money.
Yeah, and the best part of this entire thing is it's a double elimination bracket. So that means that TrueRippers, they'll have their chance. Even if they do take the L here, they'll have their chance for getting their revenge. And revenge is a dish best served cold, just like a can of Red Bull. So whenever you do see it, scan the QR code and grab your can. For now, though, if TrueRippers have to come back, it needs to be a victory on Ascent. Now, Ascent, a map which we did see earlier in 4 p.m. matchup, is reliant on mid control. It's reliant on you trying to make plays towards mid and always having more than one avenue to enter in towards the site. So on a split map like that, I'm interested to see what OnlyFriends have to offer, because with all context, they are to some extent underdogs in this matchup, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah.
So yeah,
I
it
would-
forces off a lot of individual plays, and also that on the back of teamwork, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I would say that, it is quite an interesting situation here. But hey, I'm looking forward to what is going to come on the next map, OG, because I think that with the next map, we're going to see a lot more competition come in. I think that while this is 14-12 is as close as it can get going towards the top end. Ascent is a map where everybody's comfortable. Everybody's got something or the other, happening towards every single part of the map. Like you said earlier, the mid region gonna be, a very important one. While Ascent is not being knocked off of the map pool, Split is. So let's see if we're gonna see that one come in today at the end of this series, or is Only Friends and Co going to go ahead to the upper bracket semifinals, knocking down TrueRippers? We will find out in just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. But honestly, it's been quite a matchup. OG, what do you think? Do you think OnlyFans can take this 2-0?
Yeah, I feel like it, dude. It's already been like a nice upset that we got to witness early on in the tournament. Yeah, why not go all in? At this point, I'm ready to throw my money at this, dude. It looks damn appealing. And at this point, OnlyFriends, with the way they played the last map, it feels like how it was in our matchup earlier. A lot of individual plays knitting their way to victory, and OnlyFriends aren't afraid to do that. So for some reason in this universe of Valorant, it works. The no logic play actually ends up working, and they have a lot from where that came from. So yeah, I think so. What do you think, dude?
I'm just, hoping that I don't know. At this point, I'm rooting for OnlyFans. I'd say that they should go ahead and show what they can do, even if they are not really up to the mark. In terms of what we've seen them in the past. Today, it seems like it could be their day, and yeah, I am ready for it, and I'm pretty sure that everybody's ready for it. If TrueRippers go to the lower bracket, we will find out soon enough, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back with the Ultragear presents the Esports Club Community Cup. And don't go anywhere. Just a couple of minutes. We'll be back with map number 2.
You're all I need. 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 If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the cusp of maybe watching one of the bigger upsets that's ironically in day one. And Universe, this prediction that we put out, yeah, I think we ended up just cursing TrueRippers as we so often do. Map 1 slipped away from their hands and it just slipped by the fingers as it was on overtime, mind you. And now, only friends in the verge of pulling off something truly magnificent.
Yeah, well, let's find out. TrueRippers have got their roster locked and loaded in. We've got Mastered and on the KO. Sai yet again with the chamber. We've got a Jet in the works in the hands of One Tap God as well. So that is pretty much a similar composition across both sides, except for the fact that we will be seeing an Astra versus an Omen. Everything else seems to be the same for both of these teams. The double initiator works out perfectly as we will see whether or not TrueRippers can pull themselves up and out of the grave that they're currently half dug into. It is going to be a difficult journey. Ascent is not easy as they would think. Only friends having the confidence that they have will move into this game with a lot more conviction to see to themselves that, hey, guess what, guys? We got Haven. We did it convincingly. Even though it went all the way to overtime, we still won. And we can do that here as well. We just need to stay the same as what we did earlier. And while I expected a Killjoy to come out of the side of OnlyFans, it looks like they are comfortable with the chamber, playing it a little bit more attack-minded. And I like it. Let's see how they go up against TrueRippers in this map.
Yeah, I just hope that they learned from an earlier matchup at 4 p.m. and know that once it's 1-0, you need to mean absolute business. Well, with TrueRippers starting off on this attack, they've opted to go for a fast and quick play towards a side and beautiful job by Jester. A double on the hold and close through response is Harsh, who alongside HSV just cleans up the garden. And it's all left on a Bones to pick up the pieces because his team is already more than a foot in the grave.
Well, they already have the disadvantage working as them. Bones, though, in a very unconcerned position for himself, finds himself 2 kills. And HVS, he will stay alive as he hears Bones going towards mid. He does have the spike on his hand, so Bones has the entire world to play. Where it goes is a question, and for the moment, it looks like it's going towards the A site. And HVS is expecting this. This is a good read from him.
Left.
The minute that spike sound comes in, he's going to have played this to perfection. Wanting to jump through. Oh, there it is. There's the kill.
Patience.
Patience and complete and utter read. Pure read rewards him the success that he needed. And HVS finds his team the first round.
Scanning ahead.
Just so calm in that 1v1, right? Knew exactly how to play it, didn't panic, didn't break a single sweat. And only friends, they continue their spree of good luck and good fortune. They grab the pistol on the defense. I like the philosophy that they had, especially towards Tree. The fact that they were able to calmly play off each other. Harsh did not overextend one bit. He was choosing his fight very cautiously. Nice shock dart. No recon, however. You have the right idea here, HSV and co. With a quick play from mid to B. This needs to yield a bomb plant for TrueRippers and Harsh. Good job on dealing the damage. Shoot. He is just making them so low and ready for the picking. Harsh, he's already had the timing here. He's already on the rotation. The spike hasn't even gone past. So, for all things said and done, Harsh has the advantage, although that flash was so well put together. They play this close and they play this together. They have a chance, but that's all they have. One chance.
Yeah, but they are pretty low on health, and it should be Harsh getting one. And Knife just to trade back for the second. Little bit of a pricey round for the side of Only Friends, but they still will go ahead with the second one. They have an Ares that they've recovered. They also have a Spectre, and they will probably look to force around it because they're gonna have no choice. TrueRippers will have everything that they need unless. Oh, it looks like they are gonna be playing for the bonus here, OG. They're not forcing in. They're gonna play with the pistols and the residual that was saved from round number 2.
I'm pretty confident that this time it has to be aggression. That's the name of the game, right? I think they might just prefer to play this very close to its A main, maybe even be the initiating party. Well, the Astral Stars give a clear indication of what's coming their way if you're an OnlyFans player. But Naive Jester being set up in such a position, so close, so lethal. No! Oh no!
Spike planted. Last player
Oh
standing.
boy, that smoke
That hurt.
fades away. Well, you can't say they didn't try. They get absolutely
Sure.
bottled.
Oh Jesus, that's gonna be hard to recover from.
Yep. And now, Kev, only man standing, has a headhunter to work with. Looking for a couple of exits. Not gonna get him as much. Yeah, Sai is just holding on to the last second. TP's
He
away.
at least gets an out point. It's good on him. Gets an
Yep.
out point, doesn't give anything away to the other side. Cool, I guess. Although nothing can recover from what we just saw. That was highlight-worthy material. The community fails of the month? I don't know. Certainly a top 3, in my opinion. HVS has a very, very salty Odin. And I'm worried.
Well, let's see if it is put to any good use at the moment. He is being challenged. And he is being found as well. Looking for that mid control. Let's cross it. Taking a little bit of a longer route to go towards A. He does have the spike. Mid very close to each other. Knife Jester will find both. While both did try to trade back, Knife Jester is going to be the one to stay alive with 10 HP. Pick up the operator for himself and find his team in the 4v3. Smoke goes down. Crosshair does have a drone to work with. And he will need it. As he will also have... Oh, Recon. That KO ultimate is going to cause no utility from Goran to come out, but he does not need it.
Spike
He
down.
tapped on the button to put the spike down as a fake, but Gorang will find that kill. As a result, it is a 3v2. Spike goes down and TrueRippers. Advantage against them at the moment, but Knife Jester, he's on 10 HP, so let's see how this is going to work out for them. Oh!
What the hell, bro?
HVS? He saw him.
The lurk is discovered as well. Harsh's position is known. Wait, what? What? How? Why did... Bruh. This guy is on something else. He knew that there's somebody towards main. He TP'd to be a Jabate? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here. At least the operator is saved. So some kind of silver lining for only friends. The lead though snatched away. TrueRippers find the equalizer early. Knife just has that operator as well. I mean, has the operator, has that Bladestorm as well. So they can squeeze together a buy here, only friends. If they work on the back of the chamber, having the operator, the Jet whipping out her knives, realistically, there's a lot of possibility for them to do split damage.
Yeah, Knife Jester does have the operator still. So he's going to be working that one towards B main, but it looks like they're not really keen on pushing it at the moment. TrueRippers holding it while Master is holding that angle for his teammate. As Sai is there as well. Oh boy, this is going to be a tricky one. Knife Jester needs to be careful. Spots both of them.
Nice try, bro.
A very, very difficult fight to take there against both of them. Sai will find another. Kev goes down, and with that, they run in towards the B side. They know that HVS is around the corner somewhere. So for the moment, they're going to hold back on the lines.
and passive approach. TrueRippers are committing the safe and long rotation towards this ace side.
Concealment.
Size on a tear. At least getting these couple of eco frags, which does give you a little bit of consolation, although harsh. Looking for a cheeky play. But oh, get demolished. Wait, how? What's happened in our universe? And what universe are we?
Well, definitely not in mine, it seems. Because I was not expecting all of this.
Standing.
Gorang finds
Sure,
another.
bro,
How
sure.
the hell?
30 seconds left.
No way! The spike is in his hands. Why is he going for this fight? To try and get himself a little bit of room. Crosshair gets the low HP person out of the game. He's gonna have the spike down. The recon prevents Gorang from stepping ahead. And now it's a 1v1. A teleport and a smoke to work with. Gorang, no information though. He's got time. And plenty of it for the moment. Just about 20 seconds is where he needs to start worrying about this. Oh, makes no sound. Gets down pretty easy. Crosshair. Oh, he gets it. The Phantom Reign Supreme. Gorang expected that. But not gonna be expecting his immediate reaction. TrueRippers with the lead, ladies and gentlemen. 2 and 3. Still early game though. OnlyFriends not out of this just yet.
The kind of etiquette that he had to not give any sound whatsoever. He had the right idea there. Surprised that he didn't choose to pre-fire spam that position. Nonetheless, it's a round that's gone to the wayside. It's something that you have to let go and forget. A quick play towards B. TrueRippers really are looking to up the pace, aren't they? The double up drop with the knives, and the first is on the board for Naive Jester. The close play, the tailwind dash back away. HSV finds another. On the verge of trading, Baby Sai ends up extending, and the Hunter's Fury to push them back to where they came from. Jester gets aggression, gets weaponry, and HVS, he finds Crosshair. Oh, every piece of the puzzle is falling in place, and OnlyFriends are reaping all the rewards they can. A 2 versus 4, TrueRippers. This is gonna require a Herculean task to get it back on the verge of victory.
Oh, Gorang, he's been isolated, and it looks like TrueRippers are slowly making this work. One Tap God gets away with the updraft safely. But now they've got a world of worry over here. 2 angles to worry about, and they're stuck behind this generator. One Tap God though, he's forcing the fight, but Knife Jester pops out of his own smoke and finds both of them. That was really
Not
close.
mistaken, the Blade Storm was out as well.
Yeah.
The heartbreak.
It was a
The
2v5,
misery.
mind you. They did bring it down pretty close. Master and One Tap God did a pretty good job isolating the fight with Gorang, making sure that he's dead on side, the door covered for them. Then they got another towards shot. And followed that up with a third, but Knife Jester would not let it go any further. Damage has been done, and that's exactly why TrueRippers have money to buy in. Whereas the side of OnlyFriends, still a little bit on the lower end of money. Just a slight bit. Well, let's hope to God that it does work out for them in the long run, because getting this round was more important. Now, ladies and gentlemen, small little pause. There was an issue with HVS's internet, it seems, but he is back. We should be starting off in just about a couple of seconds. TrueRippers. Looks like they want to attack mid this time. They've got the recon set up with Crosshair. And they've got One Tap God towards B Link with Sai, ready to push in. But nobody from the side of OnlyFriends to contest them there. Just a trademark. And now Gorang's made his way there. Maybe to be a pivotal role for just the smokes to go left and right.
Oh? Sai's so comfortable just letting go of these 5 bullets he has, doesn't he? Well,
Yeah.
Paranoia is almost pitch perfect. And Gorang is looking to make a play. There are 2 players up against him, and as it stands, mid control, it's going to be hard for Goring to contest all by himself. Rotations aren't that close. He gets the first, and he's able to go back to safety. That is criminal.
He gets away with just as... Oh, if Sai spams that, that would have been an issue. But, no. Oh, I just get so nervous when the crosshairs against the wall and there's a player on the other side which is spammable. And if he just hits that, just in case, he, just decides to, like, you know what? What's another bullet in the chamber of this?
Exactly. He shot two through a smoke, so.
Yeah. Here we go, though. And there comes the ultimate as a response. Harsh keeping them a little bit in check. Harsh getting 2.
Okay.
And he's put them down to the ground. HV has to find the final kill. And that's going to be TrueRippers giving away another one. Gorang held on pretty well towards that mid-region. Finds that 1 kill. No trade potential. Sai had the operator, so he was not going to be running in. Of course not. He cannot run in with that big weapon. 1 miss and he's done for. But even the rendezvous was a little bit away. So even if he had chosen to go in for that, would have been in trouble. And finally, for the first time in the 2 maps that we've seen so far, ladies and gentlemen, a timer for TrueRippers.
Oh yeah, I almost let that go unnoticed. Finally a timeout. They have like a good bit of utility now to work with, right? TrueRippers, they have the Hunter's Fury, they have that Astral Ball. The Hunter's Fury helps you secure post plan. It helps you play a little more time. The Astral Wall helps you get closer to the side, closer to the objective. It helps you close the distance. Key ultimates that are going to be problematic for Only Friends now to deal with. And they have the opportunity themselves to whip out that Tote Force. And, the Tote Force, people say that, oh yeah, it's only in a round where you need a sniper. Now, if you want to prevent something like a fast play as well, the Tote Force is the perfect weapon. It's the quickest sniper that scopes in. Its ability to just get double kills out of nowhere is very absurdly good. And the fact that it delivers a slow on top of any kill that it gets is even more problematic if you're looking to up the ante and just take the pace. A whiff. We're gonna ignore that. Because the utility seems to be doing the job. It's holding them at bay, isn't it? Now, TrueRippers trying to force the error, and TrueRippers actually find the opening. They find HVS with the Hunter's Fury, and they're gonna save the wall for a day that might never come. The aggression, Baby Sai finds the double, and 1 tap god working in unison. Who needs that astral wall, my friend? And this is how you choose to play ball.
Oh boy. Well, pure aggression gets them a pure win. Flawless, as you say it. 4-4. And this game is going just as close as the previous one. Except that this is now a close one in the first half itself. Previously, it was 4-0 up at this point. TrueRippers were. And they got hit back to a 7-5. This time though, it looks like it could end up to be a 6-6 with the way things are going. Unless we see the side of TrueRippers find momentum right here, right now, because the opponents are currently on an eco.
This commitment towards A seems like a rinse and repeat, but that wall's going to be the difference maker. Doesn't allow anybody from Only Friends to try and send in backup. Spam potential not really there due to the way the wall is placed, so he can be comfortable even if he's exposed near Gen.
Spike planted.
3v4. Logic and rational minds would lean to the fact that this should be a TrueRippers round. But that backstab,
but
Night Jester should be the game changer. Crosshair split between where he needs to look, and 1 tap god needs to compensate for that fact. This could be the game changer, and yet again it is. Crosshair's all on, and the flash is perfect, and Harsh takes his time. Goodness Christ. I entered that with, if logic holds true and rational people enter the discussion, it should dictate as such, right?
Man,
We're both gonna go to the... we both need therapy after this.
I don't get one thing though. Why was 1 tap god allowed to sit out in the open right there? when he's exposed from one angle, which is an expected one because he knows that anybody would come there. There's no trap holding off. And even if there is what trap there, there's a jet available who can just smoke it off, walk through like nothing's ever happened. And that's exactly what it was. The Astra as well, Bones completely unaware even after his teammate died. Goes out of the open trying to save himself from heaven. And he gives himself up as well. TrueRippers, a blunder of a round right there. Gifts the side of Only Friends a very big confidence boost. Both the Sovas exchanging drones in two different parallel zones of the B site and mid. Smoke going down from Gorang. They're going to keep them at bay for now. TrueRippers not really keen on aggressing at the moment. But look at the information we've got from the side of Knife Jester. OG, they've got so much information. He's clear of A main. He's cleared of mid. They know this is B now. And the instant rotation's coming through as well. Oh man, this is going to be troublesome. Knife Jester's got Bones as well. That's the smokes being unavailable. It's over. TrueRippers. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Only fight right now. And Crosshair's going to be doing just that. But he's left all alone. 1v3. He's got a tail. He's got a person in front of him. Where do you go, my friend? Beautiful.
Whew. Sweet.
And the best thing, you know, OG? Knife Jester pushed all the way from A with an operator alone.
Yeah.
Nobody stopped him. And the fact that he did that with an operator.
They didn't stop him due to the fact that there was that alarm bot there. He aptly smoked it off, like you mentioned. Things are looking tricky. What do they do here, TrueRippers? The sweating starts you know, we've seen TrueRippers kind of fall into that tendency where when it's going good, things are fly and everybody's feeling it. But when things start to get uncomfortable, the momentum certainly starts feeling lost.
Again, look at this. How is he allowed to push in with an operator like this, man? Fair enough that this time TrueRippers go in for another third B push with a split. But again, they're shut down. And again, it's a 1vx situation, which is absolutely destroyed. TrueRippers, what is happening? Why is nobody manning that A main side? Not a single person. Not even the chamber. The Sai should probably be lurking around. At least, you know, staying true to his name as a chamber, who is the lurker. The sentinel lurker, but nobody's doing that even. They went for that B split, which looked pretty good. But, again, they were just shut down. Their aim duels did not come through. Positional advantage of Only Friends was so good. The crossfires. And, of course, the push from Knife Jester. And this time he's repositioned because he knows that they will expect this.
He's in perfect position to also deal with the utility that TrueRippers are trying to win the round with. Cam, hopefully not right click. No, he dashes away and snaps back to safety. Harsh, perfect play of his teammate. That is like an old trick in the book, right? You distract, I do the punching.
Indeed. And Knife Jester, he's up on his little nest, waiting for somebody to pick in. He is the human turret, the replacement of a Killjoy. He is the famous, he's pretty famous for his Killjoy, but he looks like he wants to be the turret, the one-shot killing machine. And he doesn't care about any of that utility, but he misses!
Oh no!
Goes in between three players, but this time he connects. Master will get one HVS to trade back, and the smoke will prevent him from peeking any further. Master still keeping things intact, but he needs to get onto the side, but he does not have his teammates supporting him. He's been detained as well, no utility for him. And Gorang will take care of him. With that, it's just Bones yet again. 8 and 4. My word, what a great set of 4 rounds from the side of Only Friends.
Switching sides.
I am beyond impressed here. Because we were seeing that 4 and 4 scoreline, and I said, okay, this is probably going to be 6 and 6. But then it was an eco round for the side of Only Friends, right? And we said, okay, you know what? This is going to be a TrueRippers round.
Yeah.
And then the magic happened, and then this happened, and that, and here we are.
Oh goodness, TrueRippers.
Well, I don't want to say it, but the last 4 rounds has been true RIP in caps, Rippers. They've been put into the ground, man.
In caps, no cap. This is TrueRippers now at the back foot, right? But
Yep.
they should feel comfortable here. They're the more experienced team out of the bunch, and this is what experience tries to help you with. Oh God,
Only
3
one
of them
though.
got revealed, if I'm not wrong. Wait,
No,
what? Yeah, only one. My
no,
bad.
two of them.
Chamber, yeah.
The chamber got detected as well. Now towards
The
mid
off
they go.
angle.
Oh, they go towards short. One tap god, no dash available. But he does have the off angle, like you said. He will find two, but there's immediate trades coming in. The team effort is absolutely brilliant. And Knife Jester going a
They
little
waited
too
for this.
aggressive. Oh boy. Could have probably just stayed with the team. But now because of his death, it's a 2v3 here, OG. And TrueRippers with the man advantage, looking for the pistol.
A smart play from Sai. Now if he tries to set up a trademark here as well, it's possible for him to rejoin the aggression in through heaven and as well be the spearhead from the switch. Well, he's opting to take the ladder. He's gonna go all the way up. And at this point, it's on Master finding success. CQC, the flash is half decent, but they managed to sneak past. Oh no, Korang, that's the play.
Wait, what just happened? How did he not?
did him
I think
dirty.
the timing. Oh man, the timing of that
He
smoke.
did him dirty.
Master, he went by his peripheral vision. And yep, you need all the timeouts you can get. You just need everything. You can see the stress on Sai's face right now. He is not having this. He does not like what's happening. Sips of water, Red Bull. Get it all in, guys. You're gonna need it all. This is not a good face for y'all at the moment. This is absolutely heartbreaking because that one
Look at
moment,
Kev.
he's enjoying it. One man's on the screen for the team and he's portraying their emotions perfectly. Is that his Spotify list on the other side?
Hey, that's full vibe, bro. That's nice.
All right.
Kind of a statement, isn't it? Like,
He's just, he's in the zone. He's having fun, listening to music.
I'll bet he might just be, making a nice meal, a nice situation out of what all of us considered hectic and stressful. Yeah, he's just vibing, dude. He's just chilling. We all need to get a little bit more like Kev. Sure, he
Yeah.
might be only on 4 kills, but it's more about the vibe,
Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, TrueRippers are at a huge dilemma. On an eco at the moment, just classics and a shorty, and they charge towards mid, and Harsh is just gonna take him down. Master with the only trade, and towards B main goes Bones to try and find himself a kill. Nothing. Korang will go down, but Harsh yet again for the trade. He is available. And one tap god now needs to find the things that his name says he does. And he's got a good weapon to do it as well. Spike goes down. Number 10 looking practically inevitable at this point unless a magic moment seems to come out of one tap god, but not for too long. Wow. My god, the amount of... Okay, yo, he's one guy. He throws in the shock dart, the knife, the recon. Just to kill a guy with a sheriff? Alright, okay. Ruthless. Only friends.
Yeah, I think the only thing they wouldn't throw there is the round. Everything else is like bargain. If it's movable, they throw it at him. Surprised they didn't throw the gun though. Well, 10 of 4. And at this point, they're just juggling guns over. I think at this situation, if you're only friends, that setup towards B seems very appealing, right? You have your jet with the Spectre, let her make the dart towards switch, close the range, and off the aggro and the utility that you set for her, you can close the distance pretty quick alongside the rest of your team as well. Quickly, maybe Sai accepting it, and then he deals with it in the most apt way. This is just very heads-up play from Sai. I think this is what he was praying for when we were looking at the play account. Ooh, smart. Smart.
Harsh blinded himself over there. Master will take care of him, but the plant does go down. So HVS has got that little bit of money for his team that he needed. Now, I was just about to say maybe a couple of exit frags. But no, it's going to be number 5. 10 and 5. Halfway across the world. TrueRippers, halfway more to go to at least come to level. Not even the win. level with Only Friends. And this is the first buy
Here's the
round
silver
coming
lining.
in.
Look at Master. He's 1 point away from his ultimate. Size 2. So is one tap god. Realistically, if these boys at least get a frag in this round, they still will be relevant for the rounds coming forth. They have a little bit of safety net here, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot ever since they lost map 1.
Yeah.
Mid control this time is gonna be the eye that they're going for. And TrueRippers are looking to contest it as well. Look at that. They're not contesting B side whatsoever.
Yeah, for the moment they've left that side all by itself because they know that they can rotate in immediately from market. But given the situation of that, one smoke could dismantle them. But at the moment, TrueRippers, they are reading this well. They know that Only Friends are not that keen towards B, and HVS with that drone kind of gives them the idea of it. One tap god's ready. Oh, okay. Knives Jester. He gets
Nice
a
shot,
straight
nice
back
trade.
though. Eaten straight back into the
One
mouth
enemy remaining.
of the monster that is Sai, and he will find a third for himself. Another round for TrueRippers. Keep themselves alive, and they are gonna look for the fight towards split. Only Friends, you can only give out so much of that gap between you and them, and 10 and 7 could be the possibility. 3 downs, they need to keep that in their hands, otherwise it's gonna tear apart into nothingness.
TrueRippers, they are coming in form, and in all honesty, with this Vandal investment that's come out from Naive Jester, I'm really looking forward to seeing some individual brilliance. I say that and he gets like jinxed. Dude. Like what do I do to help these guys? Talk bad about them? Nah, I can't be that rude.
Well, they're going in towards shot yet again. Master trying to keep them a little bit cautious about that mid region. There's a knife coming in about 20 seconds as everybody from TrueRippers is reading this perfectly. They're holding their positions. They're not giving away too much. And Only Friends got 3 players walking in towards A main while they've got their chamber looking towards a shot. Smokes coming up from both sides. A drone as well. And one tap god has a operator in quite a difficult situation, but he's not been spotted. He will get traded off though. Bones will get one back. Not the second. HVS gets him again. And that's going to be a 2v3. Ultimates available on both sides. One post plant, one for the retake. The KO and the Sova. Kev will find one, but not more. And HVS will fall down. A good round in terms of an eco for the side of Only Friends to get the plant down. Three weapons dropped as well. But in the overall grand scheme of the things in this map, they need to hold on to this 3-point lead that they've got. They need to hit 11 right now, or else TrueRippers are going to ride the waves of momentum, surfing down below and just washing all over this team.
This comeback. Now, we've seen a lot from Master. We've seen Sai have a resurgence. Naive Jest and Goreng have been beasts in their own respect. It's gonna be reliant on utility now, I'm afraid. It's a B stack to some extent that Only Friends were trying to attempt there. Try to force a fight towards B with the numbers, but it hasn't worked out because of the counter utility that TrueRippers have to throw. And they've played this one a little smart here. TrueRippers want to keep the aggression. They want this to be contested all the time, at least for now. They've made wise of their choice and they're falling back just a little bit. They still have that crossfire set up towards B main. And they're essentially conceding mid and allowing that alarm bot to do all the heavy lifting. A decent call to make. Considering the play ahead of them, I feel like this is the best choice yet. Oh, what
that knife gives up so much, and now Knife Jester needs to hold on and wait. His knives need to come out. He spots one. And here they go. The ultimate pops in as well from the KO, and that is about it. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're running away here, OG. Time is of a very important value here. Kev's been spotted, and they're running into a trap here. Bones is ready, waiting for them, and so is One Tap God. Smoke comes in towards shot, but Bones will still find one through it. Harsh to get one. One Tap God finds a trade towards him, and he goes, and Crosshair finds Kev towards mid. With that, TrueRippers back in the game, baby.
The amount of utility to just hold that kind of position. Once they gain control, they never wanted to concede it. And the 0 point, the overload, everything coming in a perfect window for TrueRippers to make that aggressive defense work. How many times, though, are they going to be able to do what looked like a transparent setup, but, you know, once you play against it, it starts to get more readable. Not on the first try. And that was one of the first few times that TrueRippers tried to take map control in such fashion. It's worked out brilliantly.
No. HDS gets him. One Tap God actually falls. He went a little too close to fire, and oh boy, okay,
what the hell?
Another. Master will trade back. It's a 3v3 still. There's ultimates available
They're
on
committing.
both sides. One very defensive one. They're committing towards
Oh,
A,
no.
and that reveal is all they needed. This is the push that they required. Knife Jester. No need to commit any further, my friend. You've got the plant down, you've got weapons to work with, and you have an ultimate that the Sova can use. But he's under heaven, so he's gonna have to try and work this out
They
with
don't know.
his sheriff.
Scanning ahead.
Yep. That recon. Not gonna be giving any information. Crosshair needs to walk out and find stuff from his Crosshair itself. They're gonna try and spam him down from under heaven. Not gonna work. Gorung finds Master 1v3, and Gorung shuffles it across the board for his team. 11-8. 2 rounds away from sealing the deal here, only friends. 2
Out of
rounds
every round,
away.
they win this one. The things just don't make sense anymore. What are we witnessing? 2 rounds for TrueRippers to bow out. 3 rounds if TrueRippers win to grab them to an equalizer. And One Tap God with that operator is bound to be one of their last few hopes to push them past that bridge. The B side, the opportunity for One Tap God to find successive kills is hard.
Oh, Kev has
They know.
Crosshair. Oh, no, no, no!
What?
Like just, what just happened? He just jumped.
What's wrong?
Unfortunately, and he had a moment of chaos there.
Oh no!
One Tap God will find one, but not more than that. He has been cornered and dealt with. 4 versus 2.
Spike planted.
Sai and Bones, both on towards their spawn side, have been smoked off. Knifed away as well, detained. They know exactly where they are. And there's no way they're gonna... Any way they're gonna get away from this match point here. OG, this just might be it. This could be the beginning of the end here.
The biggest upset, and that's on night 1. It's
Indeed.
on the verge, ladies and gentlemen. What we consider to be a TrueRipper with a
No,
decent
they're not
fifth.
even letting him rest.
Yeah, you assume Sai and Co would be able to pull it off, but now their hopes sealed shut. At least it looks to be so in the lower bracket. I understand that there's no story without struggle. I understand that there's no success without failure. But in such a fashion?
Oh, well. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 more round to go. TrueRippers are in dire straits right now. They have a lot of work to do, and look at the amount of fake that is
push.
being sold. One man, Knife Jester, is causing so much trouble. They've already rotated away. Amazing stuff here. One man is absolutely causing utmost chaos here. They've got the A side for free. Amazing
Gonna
stuff.
fight him off.
Come
Yeah,
on,
he's
Knife
got-
Jester. He's
Oh.
got one, and that's all he needed. One tap God's found one though, and he's towards the A side. The plant goes down. There's one more. TrueRippers keeping this alive for the moment, and they will somehow suffice this. On the back of a brilliant fake was almost written off victory for Only Friends, but one tap God seals themselves another one.
Dude, this would have been the fake of the tournament. And it was only day one again. That could have been a very, very big play. And the fact that he even managed to get one on the back of selling such a long and drawn out fake is incredible. TrueRippers.
How long was he just stationed there at that switchboard? He's just sitting
25
there.
seconds?
At least, yeah, and nobody even challenged him. Until the very end where somebody from Spawn had to peek him and even he died. Well, what's gone down has gone down, and now Only Friends still have room to wriggle with. They have an operator. Yeah, they do have an operator on the hands of Knife Jester. This time he's going to be playing a little bit of an aggressive role. Sai is going to take him down though. An ultimate from HVS. Not going to yield him anything. 4 versus 5 and no trades.
Yeah, I think that 100 Fury was there for that exact reason, right? They needed to find a way to trade that kill off. Going back towards the B side, and that's something that TrueRippers have been very comfortable, just trying to play a little off the numbers and off the retake. There should be a recon coming in from Crosshair as well. Shock Dart pushes Kev slightly off the mark, and Sai is still towards mid, waiting and hoping for some Forsaken Soul to come his way. There should be a crossfire for TrueRippers and Master. He doesn't let... Oh, he let the recon take. That's death. That's imminent death that he's tearing. And this commitment towards the B side. Baby Star's rotation towards defender spawn. It better be worth it. Has that operator. Crosshair buys time, buys kills, but not enough. Sai pushing Headhunter out in hand, but he just runs into the open. And this could be it. A 2v2. Gorong so dead low, and so's one tap God. On the Sova and the Astra respectively. This could yet again be the end. TrueRippers surviving on a knife's edge.
Well, it's that one recon that could change the game here, OG. If they get detected by it, the spams will come through. And that's about it. They walk in through. Goran finds one on 5 HP. Now it's on to Bones. And Bones is taken out. Ladies and gentlemen, Only Friends defeat TrueRippers 2-0 to cause one of the early upsets of the Community Cup.
Holy moly. What are we getting to see? Look at Kev. He can't believe himself. And TrueRippers, they look devastated. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, look at Sai. He's laughing. Okay. That's nice.
He can't believe it.
I like this Sai. Wait, what? Are you saying he's
pretty sure
traumatized?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he can't believe it. I'm pretty sure that he's not able to process what just happened, because this is a very, very, very hard-hitting loss, man. Only Friends haven't been around that dominant at all. They've been very dominant in the past couple of months. And with this loss, you can't expect much. You had to win this game. This was a given situation for the side of TrueRippers to find themselves a good start towards the upper brackets. But instead, they will be heading straight down to the lower bracket and already fighting for death.
Damn.
It is what it is. And what it is that TrueRippers have been outplayed, outdone, and absolutely outclassed. Honestly, kudos to Only Friends to proving both of us wrong. I love it. I love being proved wrong when a team that is considered the underdog to come out and absolutely destroy the opponent team. Because like I said, Ascent was where TrueRippers could have, Ascent was where Only Friends could have had a better chance than Haven. It did turn out to be true because they did win out on Ascent much easier than they did on Haven. Haven was a map that TrueRippers have played multiple times. It's in their control a lot of the times that they play. But this time went to overtime, and now on Ascent, like I said, has come down to OnlyFans taking it 2-0. Job well done, man. There's no two ways about it.
Unbelievable, dude. For both of us being casters, it's left us both speechless. So, yeah, this is an occupational hazard if there is one. We need to relive. We need to relive this map too. Let's quickly head to the match highlights, ladies and gentlemen, because with this, it was something that I predicted at least to go to overtime. I don't know if I sound irrational saying that, but TrueRippers, oof, how the mighty fall. And it started off really well as well. You know, TrueRippers, you had individuals who were feeling themselves. You had Bones feeling himself. Sai was feeling really good. One Tap God was playing out of his mind. So were only friends.
You know, to be honest, it almost seemed like those first 4 rounds that we saw in Haven were where we saw TrueRippers in their element. Those first 4 rounds, that's it. After that, it was just, a slur of the moment kind of thing where they found the advantage, they capitalized upon it. But at the same time, how many times, OG, did we see them slip up to pistols? How many times did we see them slip up to just a 2v3 situation, a 2v4 situation? And even in the end, in the last, what just happened? They won a 2v3. Sorry, they lost a 2v3, TrueRippers. They were supposed to win that. Gorang was 5 HP, and he won the fight very well against a little bit healthier Jet. Only friends,
Again,
absolutely brilliant stuff,
this
man.
round.
The timings. Yeah, again, this was one more. A player sitting out in the open when they could expect a backstab. The second one peeks out, covering himself, not even though he knew that his teammate died from A main, he still walked out into the open, found himself killed.
And this A-side defense as well, from Only Friends. Look, this B-side defense, look how well it sticks on so many of those occasions. Even if they split the hit through market, doesn't really do the job, does it? They just play passive through defender spawn and they keep finding avenues to pick and prod. Dude, with how this game has gone, with how this entire series has gone, this lower bracket, yeah, things are starting to get a whole lot juicy now.
Indeed. The upper brackets will go on to see Only Friends in the semi-finals. And they will be facing either one of Paradise or Revenant Esports. And that is going to be quite a matchup. While we do have another one, Lethal, going up against Prime 5. That is going to be another matchup that we're going to be looking forward to. But ladies and gentlemen, for the moment, Only Friends, they steal the spotlight. They will be going ahead for a little bit longer in the upper brackets. Let's see how much longer their form is going to be carried on, because I believe that if they play like this against even Revenant, should give them quite a bit of an edge to at least take them to a third map, if not win it all. Because I believe in this team now. It clearly looks like they've got what it takes to push themselves a little further than what we expected them to be.
Yeah, for sure. Although for TrueRippers, they've beaten noteworthy teams, right? Even a team like Medal, they managed to 2-0 and stuff. But the only difference is right now their spree has been has been abruptly stopped. Reckoning Esports has taken a series of them 2-1. Now Only Friends 2-0ing them. Yeah, it's not shaping up to be the tournament that they envisioned, right? But it's certainly going to be an important tournament for them. This is a landmark because a lot of teams are in a very similar position to what TrueRippers are stuck in now. A position where there's a lot of potential, but the results aren't really speaking for themselves. And such a tournament at such a time is a perfect way to just try and bounce back. And again, it's the top two that's going to take it all home, right? So,
Yep.
TrueRippers, if they want to gain anything from this apart from experience, the road is long.
Yeah, it most certainly is. You don't make it to the top two, you basically get nothing. It's a prize pool of 150,000, where the winner takes the lion's share of 1 lakh and the second place gets 50. There's going to be no third or fourth here. You don't make it to the top two, it's going to be quite a devastating loss for you. But hey, they have chances still, TrueRippers. They do have a way to get back. We've seen them fight off in the lower bracket before. It's happened way back in the gauntlet when they finished third place as well in season 4 and season 3. So let's see if they are going to be able to move it down in this one as well. and they do have competition coming down their way. They could face Only Friends again. Maybe look for a little revenge. You never know if Only Friends, do end up coming down to the lower brackets. But so far, TrueRippers, this is do or die now. You lose, you're gonna have a lot more nervousness kicking into you because no lifelines left, my guy. This is the only way you survive. You kill or you get killed.
Yeah, one thing I'm truly sorry though is for the fact that we did not get a chance to see Split, right? Really were looking forward to see that map. But again, I'm more than happy seeing a 2-0 upset. Like, I'd pay for this rather than going for Split. And I think all of us got what was justice after match 1, where ROG Academy dropped the ball. Yeah, Only Friends, the underdogs who managed to keep it together. And I think we alluded to this in the afternoon as well, Universe. The fact that this is the first stream that this tournament has had, and the fact that this tournament is at such a nascent stage makes these comebacks even more make these comeback and upsets even more unpredictable, and that is a perfect timing window that Only Friends have found to take a W. The matches ahead though, like you said, aren't looking all that easy, are they? In my calculation, according to my calculations, they're most likely going to face Revenant Esports in that upper bracket semi-final matchup. So I hope that after all the partying that they have tonight, a good prep work and a good well-oiled machine is what we get to see to continue that upper bracket run. Because Only Friends, that is the only thing that does justice over a victory like this.
Yep, it most certainly does. And the series MVP, even though he lost today, it is Master. He did have a performance, a brilliant performance across both maps, honestly. He did such a good job. KDA, 41 kills across 2 maps, which is, a bet of 20 and a half across both the maps on average. And an ACS of 243. Pretty much getting a kill per round over here. His ADR is 154. That's basically a kill a round. And Master, as much as he could push his team forward, he did. But at some point, you're going to need others to also push the car. Let's go to the brackets, though, ladies and gentlemen. As we look at TrueRippers fall down, and they will be facing off either one of the losers of Paradise or Revenant Esports. Whereas Medal are currently awaiting the winner of Prime 5 and Lethal. And Only Friends will be waiting the winner of Paradise or Revenant.
It's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a strenuous one for some of these teams. And luckily, there is that double elimination, right? Starting off this tournament from the 13th of June, these teams had to go through a single elimination phase. And now that they made it to the top 8, they're in a position of comfort. They're in a position where it's not necessarily do or die. So, those unfortunate candidates like TrueRippers today, they have a fighting chance. Dude, first day of this Community Cup, what do you take away from this? Do you have any, personal storylines in mind? At least for me, I feel like with how this entire tournament is going, might be a good chance for Medal Esports to put a really good performance in at least homage for Rossi's departure.
Yeah, I think that Medal Esports have a pretty great lineup, and not to forget, I think that Lethal are also pretty good, given that Mazel is, still one of the, better players out there. So let's see. I think that Medal versus Lethal is going to be an amazing matchup if it does happen.
Oh, for sure.
But that's going to be an amazing match. I'm looking forward to that, and as well as Only Friends to see how far can this fairy tale run go on for them. Because if they are touted to face Revenants, who are the favorites going into tomorrow's matchup, Only Friends are going to have a difficult time ahead. Because TrueRippers might have been a mountain, but Revenant are almost equal to Mount Everest. So climbing that mountain is going to be a lot more difficult. But hey, it is what it is. For tonight, Only Friends can go ahead with a smile on their faces. Come tomorrow, day after, they're going to have a lot more challenges.
For sure, and that's something that you at home should be ready for as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't already, and I know this is so redundant, but yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell to make sure you're updated on all news esports. Let it be Valorant, let it be any esports out there, we have you secured. Alongside that, I think this is it for tonight. A huge shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible. LG Ultragear for some of their cutting edge monitors. You have Crucial and Intel who give you some of the best memory alongside processors to fuel your gaming rig with for you to achieve brilliance. Scan the QR code down below to grab your own can of Red Bull so you'll be well set, I guess, for your ranked games. And alongside that, huge shout out to our broadcast partner, Loco. Let's have an amazing day 2 is what I'm going to try and end day 1 on. And that's where I hope I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night and take care.
From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Your